You wake up exhausted after 60. But what if it's not your sleep? Japan's oldest doctor, Dr. Shigeaki Hinohara, worked 18 hours a day until age 100. His secret? Resetting three tiny systems in your body, one of which most doctors never check. Stay with me, because in the next few seconds I'll show you why sleeping more might actually leave you weaker, and how to fix it. After 60, millions wake up tired, not because of age, but because your body's night shift manager is missing in action. You see, your pineal gland, the tiny control center for sleep, calcifies over time. Melatonin production drops by up to 80%, leaving your sleep factory confused and chaotic. But here's the good news. Dr. Hinohara's protocol, now validated by Harvard and UCLA studies, can reboot your energy clock. And one small habit tonight might start reversing the damage. So, let's begin. 1. Why more sleep may be hurting your energy. Most people believe the fix for morning fatigue is simple. Sleep more. But what if I told you, getting 9 or even 10 hours a night could actually leave you feeling more exhausted? This isn't just a theory. UCLA researchers found that seniors sleeping longer than 8.5 hours had higher levels of inflammatory markers like IL-6 and TNF-alpha. That inflammation doesn't just ruin your sleep. It creates a vicious cycle where your body feels drained no matter how long you rest. Think of your internal clock like an old alarm clock. The more you keep hitting snooze, the more out of sync it gets. Suddenly, it's ringing at the wrong times, or not at all. Frank, 72, was stuck in this trap. After retirement, he let himself sleep in, thinking his body needed the extra hours, but he still woke up groggy, his mind foggy, his energy gone by noon. I thought I was giving my body what it needed, Frank shared, but every morning felt heavier than the last. It was like dragging myself through wet cement. His doctor called it normal aging. Frank wasn't convinced, so he tried one small change, waking up at the same time every day, even on weekends. At first, it felt unnatural, but within 10 days, his mornings felt lighter. By week 3, his afternoon slumps were gone. He even started walking his dog again, something he hadn't done in months. This isn't about sleeping less. It's about giving your circadian clock the steady reset it craves after 60. So, let me ask, have you ever noticed you feel worse after a long sleep? What if the real solution isn't in more hours, but in a more consistent rhythm? 2. The sleep factory breakdown. Why your body can't recharge after 60. Have you ever felt like you slept all night, but still woke up as if your batteries never charged? There's a reason for that. After 60, your body's melatonin production drops by up to 80%. Think of melatonin as the night manager in your body's sleep factory. In your younger years, this manager was sharp, guiding every worker, dimming the lights, and shutting down noisy machinery so your body could rest. But as you age, that night manager starts missing shifts. Lights stay on, machines keep running, and your sleep factory never fully powers down. This breakdown doesn't just leave you tired, it quietly increases inflammation, disrupts cellular repair, and over time, even impacts memory and mood. In 2012, a study in the Journal of Research in Medical Sciences found that restoring melatonin levels improved sleep quality in adults over 60 by 48%. So, how do you help your night manager show up again? Rosa, 68, found her answer in something surprisingly simple: a magnesium-rich bedtime snack. Every night she started eating a small handful of almonds, about 1 ounce, 30 minutes before bed. Within 2 weeks, Rosa shared, I wasn't just sleeping deeper. I was waking up with actual energy again. It felt like my body finally remembered how to rest. Magnesium helps your body produce melatonin naturally and relaxes overactive nerves, preparing your sleep factory for its shift. So, tonight try this. Swap the late-night cookies for a few almonds or a warm magnesium-rich tea. Because sometimes it's not about adding more hours. It's about giving your body permission to truly rest. Cortisol, the morning alarm that won't shut up. Do you ever wake up at 3 or 4 a.m.? Mind racing, heart pounding, like your body thinks it's morning already? This isn't random. It's your stress hormone, cortisol, firing at the wrong time. You see, cortisol is like your body's natural alarm clock. In a healthy rhythm, it rises gently at dawn, helping you feel alert and ready. But after 60, that rhythm often slips. The alarm either goes off too early or fails completely. The result? You're wired but tired. Your body is flooded with stress hormones in the early hours, leaving you restless. Then, when it's actually time to wake up, you feel sluggish, like you've been running a marathon in your sleep. In 2001, researchers at the National Institute on Aging found that seniors with dysregulated cortisol patterns were twice as likely to report poor sleep quality and daytime fatigue. Frank, 72, experienced this firsthand. He would wake up in the dark, his mind replaying old conversations and to-do lists. By sunrise, he felt completely spent. So he tried a simple yet powerful fix. Every morning, within 30 minutes of waking, he sat by a bright window and exposed his eyes to natural sunlight for 30 minutes. On cloudy days, he used a light therapy box, 7,000 to 10,000 lux. Within 2 weeks, his early waking episodes stopped. By the end of a month, he described his mornings as peaceful and clear for the first time in years. This practice helps reset your circadian rhythm, signaling your body when to release cortisol and when to hold back. So, here's your gentle prompt. If one small habit could calm your mornings and give you energy that lasts, would you try it? Because your mornings aren't broken. They just need a little light. The brain break failing. How GABA loss fuels racing thoughts at night. Have you ever laid in bed, exhausted, but your mind just won't stop talking? This tired but wired state happens because your brain's natural brake pedal, GABA, is wearing down. GABA is a calming neurotransmitter. In your younger years, it worked like a gentle hand on the wheel, slowing racing thoughts and helping your nervous system glide into sleep. But after 60, GABA receptor sensitivity drops by as much as 30%. It's like your brain's brakes are squeaky and unresponsive. So instead of slowing down at night, your thoughts keep accelerating. In 2022, a study in brain behavior and immunity found that supporting GABA pathways with natural interventions improved sleep onset and reduced nighttime anxiety in older adults. Lily, 70, struggled with this for years. Every night felt like a battle, she said. I'd replay conversations, plan grocery lists, anything but rest. Her fix? A 2-step evening ritual. 1 cup of chamomile tea, 200 milliliters, at 8:30 p.m. 10 minutes of deep belly breathing right after chamomile contains apigenin, a compound that binds to GABA receptors and helps calm the nervous system. Combined with slow breathing, it trains your brain to hit the brakes again. 2 weeks in, Lily wasn't just falling asleep faster. She noticed fewer 3 a.m. wake-ups and softer mornings. It was like someone finally turned down the volume in my head, she said. So tonight, ask yourself, what would it feel like to drift into sleep without the fight? Your mind deserves rest too. 5. Insulin resistance, the missing energy. Key. Have you ever felt like your body is running on empty, even after a good night's sleep and a hearty breakfast? The problem might not be your sleep. It could be your cells struggling to unlock energy. Here's why. As we age, our cells become less sensitive to insulin, the hormone that delivers glucose, your body's fuel, into those cells. It's like having the right key, but the lock is rusted and jammed. When glucose can't enter efficiently, it lingers in your blood. You feel heavy, foggy, and strangely fatigued, even after resting. A 2017 study in Nature and Science of Sleep found that improving insulin sensitivity helped elderly adults reduce morning fatigue and improve overall sleep quality. Tom, 75, knew this all too well. His mornings started with a sugar crash, hungry, jittery, and exhausted before 10 a.m. At his daughter's suggestion, he replaced his usual mid-afternoon cookie with a cup of low-caffeine green tea. Within 3 weeks, the difference was clear. Tom described it as waking up in a body that finally remembered how to use its fuel. His energy was steadier, and the foggy mornings faded. Green tea contains catechins, natural compounds that support insulin sensitivity and reduce oxidative stress. And choosing a low-caffeine variety ensures it doesn't interfere with your sleep cycle. So here's your gentle nudge. What if your afternoon snack was quietly draining your energy? And one simple swap could change everything. Your energy isn't gone. It's just waiting for you to unlock it again. Take a moment and imagine this. Tomorrow morning, you open your eyes. There's no heaviness in your body, no fog in your mind, just a gentle, steady energy, like your inner clock is finally in harmony again. You stretch. You stand. And for the first time in years, you feel rested. What would you do with that energy? Would you take a morning walk, call your grandkids, or simply savor a cup of tea without rushing, without exhaustion? Because this isn't just about sleep. It's about reclaiming the mornings you thought were lost. So here's my gentle nudge. Which of these small habits will you try tonight? Will it be the almonds, the morning sunlight, or maybe just waking up at the same time tomorrow? One tiny shift can open the door to a brighter, stronger you. And if this resonated with you, subscribe to Healthy Aging Hub. Here we share science-backed, soul-soothing ways to thrive after 60. Because your best years aren't behind you. They're just waiting for you to wake up to them.